What's up, YouTube? It's your girl K Bliss back all up on your screen, and I am here with a video that I've been postponing for a while now, but I'm finally ready to share my news with you guys. And the announcement is
that's a real one in your reflection, without a follow, without a mention. You really piping up on these. You gotta be nice.
I'm pregnant. Now, for those of you who don't know me saying that, your first reaction is, oh my god, you're pregnant, congratulations! Now, for those who do know me in real life, your reaction to that is, you're joking, right? You're serious? You're shocked. Because I was shocked. And that was the last thing you would expect. I'm 20 years old, okay? And those who know me in real life can attest to the fact that I lived my life by this really strict, molded, crafted pathway, okay? Growing up, I was very chill. I was very low-key, very shy, very insecure for the early teenage years of my life. I started to blossom when I got to high school, as far as like, I would say I blossomed junior to senior year of my high school life. I was always involved in like fashion, art, dance, but mainly fashion and art, right? And boys, when it came to boys, your girl was not having it, okay? I had my first boyfriend a while ago, right? I'm 20 years old now. I've had 3 boyfriends, not including the one I'm dating now, okay? And all of them have been over a year long, okay? It's been either a year or over a year long, okay? So I've never been, in and out of relationships, and in those relationships, I had a strict code of abstinence. I did not want to have sex. I didn't want anything to do with it. I really wanted to wait. And the guys that I've dated before, my exes in the past, they all were, they were taken back by it a little bit, but they respected it. And they actually appreciated that I was very upfront about it. And we just more so focused on really the person, I find that when you're abstaining from sex, it really allows you to see a person's true colors, and it really allows you to appreciate a person for who they are instead of their physical, and you appreciate them for their mental instead. So that's what I was on. Fast forward to meeting my current boyfriend, I started to think to myself, my number one guy, my ace, my it factor, whatever you want to call it, is out here being a hoe. To be quite frankly, right? I'm over here saving it for marriage, right? And I felt like, my generation sucks. Like, these guys are literally out here just going through these girls like nothing, you know what I'm saying? And I started to think, why am I saving it for a guy who's supposedly out there for me and is being a hoe? So I got sidetracked mentally, right? And I told myself, you know what, F that, let me just lose it. Like, what's the point? I really got to a weak point mentally where I was like, I just didn't see the point in it. I totally lost the passion that I had growing up, the passion that I had for abstinence, the passion that I had for like abstaining from sex. That passion was gone. And so with that mentality that changed, I was ready to lose it to my boyfriend. So I did. And a couple months later, I got pregnant. Finding out that I was pregnant was the biggest shocker in my life ever. I mean, I've had other shockers, but this tops everything. I was so disappointed in myself when I found out. When I had the feeling that I didn't want to believe it, but I knew my body. I have an aunt who, when I was younger, probably say 13, 14 years old, you know, she told me, listen, masturbation. It's like, she was very blunt with me about everything. And she said to me, like, there's nothing wrong with getting to know your body. So I got to know my body, and I knew my body very well. I knew something was up with my body. And he thought that I was probably just overreacting, you know. He was like, babe, calm down. Like, you're probably just, like, nervous or whatever. Like, relax. And I'm like, no, I know what I'm talking about. So we went to the movies that night. On some, like, let's chill, let's get our mind off of it, let's calm down. Even after the movie, I was still on it. I was not budging. And I told him, let's go right now to get a test. Like, no joke. So we go, got the test, went back to his house. I took it. It's really easy. It was one of them cheap tests, you feel me? And I took it, waited, and there it was, the results. One line, you know, it's supposed to be 2 lines, and the line in the middle was faded. It was like wishy-washy. But on the directions, it said that even if the line is faded, you're pregnant. So I walk back into the room, and I see him, and I'm just like, he's playing a game called PUBG, right? I love that game. He loves that game. And we were just like, I just walk in the room with the test like this. And he looks at me, and I'm just like, you might want to turn that off. So he turns off the game. He's like, yo, I'll be right back. Okay. I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, no, you not. You ain't getting on that thing for the rest of the night, tell you that much. So he sits down with me. We're on the floor. And I'm just like crying. And he's holding me like, what did it say? What did it say? And I just showed to him. He's like, what does this mean? I was like, I'm pregnant. Like, you know, like I'm rushing with emotion. I'm sad. I am confused. I am shocked, upset, pissed, you know. And he just like, we just had silence for a good 2 minutes. I did not want that to happen. You know, I didn't want to get pregnant. I wanted to lose my virginity, but I don't want to get pregnant. That was not my plan. You know, I guess later that night he called me and he told me how he spoke to his mom, and his mom kind of knew based off his face expression. So she was just like, yo, is she pregnant? And he was just like, yeah. And he was asking his mom for advice, and his mom basically said, listen, I don't believe in abortion, so I mean, whatever you guys used to do, you guys used to do, but that's just how I think. Wake up the next morning, he's blowing up my phone on some, yo, we gotta go to the hospital, we gotta get tested. I'm just like, dude, calm down, like, let me breathe, let me catch a breath, you know what I'm saying, like, let me soak this in. I just found out too, you know, like, wait a second. And I'm like, okay, but we can take another test. He's like, no, I don't want to take another test, I want to hear from a doctor. And I was like, okay. So later that day, we go to the nearest ER, and we're just like waiting there. We, you know, sign or whatever. We go into the room. We're just on our phone, like trying to distract ourselves from the nervousness. We talk for a little bit about something I don't remember, just to kind of get our minds off of it. Like, oh, what if it happens? What if it's not? Like, what if I'm just crazy, you know? The doctor comes in, and I told this doctor, y'all, she is so cutthroat. she said it like it was not anything. Like, she said it with so first of all, she said it fast as heck, and she said it as if it wasn't a big deal. You know, she came in the office and she was like, oh, how are you doing? You know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I'm fine. You know, I just want to know, I'm scared and one of the test results. So she looked through her little clipboard or whatever. And then she looks at it and she looks at me. You're pregnant. Straight like that. Straight like that. You're pregnant. Speechless was literally what it was. I had nothing to say. He had nothing to say. We're both just shocked. I look at him, his head's like this. And I'm just like staring at her. And she's like, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? I wanted to knock her out because she sounded like a dang teleprompter just asking me the same thing over and over. She sounded like the voice machine you call when you call for customer service that just talk to you. That's what she sounded like. And I was really getting like, I'm like, dude, calm down. I just, like, you just put a big brick on my back. And you expect me to just automatically have questions for you. Like, let me recover from this. Let me recover. Let me kind of get my words together first. But anyway, so she's like, all right, I'll give you a second. She stepped out. The first thing my boyfriend said, it was like, I gotta stop smoking. That was the first thing he said, because, you know, he just has to straighten up. That was basically a metaphor metaphor and literal for everything. Like, we have to both get our stuff together. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was that. We left the ER in the car, man. I was freaking out. I was saying to myself, there's no way I could have a baby. There's no way I could have this baby. There's no way that I could be a mom. There's no way. And it's not because I doubt the fact that I'll be a good mom. It was more so the fact that I'm so deep in my schooling. I want to finish school. I want to get my degree. That's what I was concerned about. I was like, yo, I need to finish school first. I need to get married first. Like, this can't happen right now. And my boyfriend's just telling me, like, no, like, we can do this. Like, he was shocked. He was scared too. But it wasn't as much as it was for me, because I'm the one, obviously, that is the one that is carrying this baby. So he's more on the side of, we can do this. But I'm just like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, no. Fast forward a couple weeks later, you know, I went to my first ultrasound and I heard my baby's heartbeat. Let's have a moment of silence for my baby's heartbeat. That right there. That beat right there just made everything make sense for me. That heartbeat meant to me that, you know, I'm so much more. The heartbeat meant to me that I'm so much more important. That someone looks up to me, that someone, you know, needs me and depends on me to carry them and to make sure that they're healthy and make sure that they're safe. And that heartbeat meant so much to me, because you have someone that's looking to you for guidance in their life. You know, someone's that's gonna grow up and depend on you. It's a really big deal, and it's something that I just got so excited for, because I can't wait to see my baby smile. I can't wait to see my baby smile at me and tell me that they're proud of me, and for me to tell my baby that I'm proud of you and that I love you so much, and I wouldn't change anything or take back anything, because you are the most special thing that's ever happened to me. Okay, let me stop. Oh my god, I'm getting emotional. Oh. Okay. Ugh. Thank you guys so much for watching. Click that thumbs up button, comment down below. Tell me your emotions after watching this video. And subscribe, you guys. So let's get this family growing. You feel me? Let's go. Because we building. You feel me? We adding an addition to the family. Okay, little munchkin in here, over here cooking. And I would love to add you guys to my family as well. So see you guys in the next video. Peace.
She see money all around me. I look like I'm the man.